Good morning. Happy Wednesday and happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, GP. You're welcome. You're welcome. That was an enthusiastic reply. Wednesday today. It's Wednesday. It's One Yard Wednesday. If you're new to watching us, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all of you loyal watchers. We see you week after week, and we're so grateful for you. So thank you, and thanks for saying hello and shouting out. One Yard Wednesday is the show where we show you fun and creative ideas to use with fabulous fabrics at fantastic prices. And by fantastic, I mean these are 1 yards and they're $7.99 a yard. So you can imagine, because they're fabulous and because they're fantastic prices, they will go fast. But don't worry, they won't go live until the show is over. So sit back, relax, hang in there with us. We've got some really beautiful fabrics to show you today. Before we get started, I'd like to do a shout out to all of you who are considering, or maybe not considering, the 2024 Stripology retreat. Let me tell you a little bit about the retreat. There's a lot of secrets associated with the retreat, so I can't tell you much. What I can tell you is you'll be taking a train ride. Your train will stop in 3 locations. And we've built an experience around each of those stops and that train ride. And I would really love to go on this train ride. It's going to be really fun. In true GE fashion, you'll be riding with Gudrun and Mr. HP. You'll have some great snacks, some great recipes, some great cocktail recipes. Some little doodads and trinkets to go along with each location. So we really make it an experience. Of course, there's a playlist because Mr. HP plans the music for these retreats, and of course that will have a flavor of the locations. There's a little yoga. There's some getting to know other people around the world. It's just such a fun virtual shared experience like I've never seen before. And I'm not just saying that. It really is so much fun. And the box of goodies is great. You'll get a bundle of fabric, which you can choose from a variety of bundles. You'll get the background. You'll get the bindings, and then a box full of really fun things. So if you're at all thinking about it, give it a go. Tell your Valentine this is what you want for Valentine's Day, and sign up. It's really such a fun experience. And you'll be making 2 brand new quilts, and the quilts are Winnie and Billy. And I'll just hold up so you can see. This is just 2 pictures of the same images because I wanted to remind you of the dates. There are 2 sessions. The first session is March 15th through 17th, and the second session is March 20th through 22nd. So you have a choice of weekday or weekend because we know that fits into everyone's life better, having that choice. And if you know someone who you feel is really deserving or could really use a break, and you'd like to nominate someone for a scholarship for the retreat, email help@gequiltdesigns.com and let us know about that person. So sign up for the retreat. Retreat registration closes on Friday, so don't wait too long. The doodads are here, the snacks are here, and we've been having fun in the warehouse, really enjoying that coming up. So that's my commercial message for the retreat, which I endorse 1,000%. So I have a question today. The question is, how is Valentine's Day, which is today, celebrated around the world? And so I found some fun facts about Valentine's Day. We certainly won't go into all the details, but I have a few fun facts to tell you, and we'll share that later on. Shall we go ahead and look at the fabric?
What's the quilt behind you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. The quilt behind me is Inga, and I love Inga. And that this is a hint to what I'm going to show you for my project today. Inga is such a fun quilt to make, and it looks different with every fabric choice you make. And so I have some really, I think helpful tips for making a beautiful Inga. The quilt behind you, GP, is Kira, and Kira is in Valentine's colors for sure, all the reds and pinks. Look at you all Valentine's up over there. Love it. Love it. So Inga is in the book Stripology Mixology 3. Kira, it is a standalone pattern, a single pattern, and we'll show you those at the end as well. So let's go ahead and get started looking at the fabrics. This is a really cool collection by Andover. So the first fabric I have in front of me is so cool. The whole collection is a collection of 8 fabrics in blacks and whites. So, and they do have a shimmer on them. I'll hold a couple up close to the camera so you can see. This one is called Vice Versa Spirals Pearl Black. And I love this. I love it. I love the movement. I love the spirals. I love the silver. I love the black. It is just so cool. Next up is it's vice versa. So this is the spirals, and I'm going to hold it close because maybe you can see a little bit of the shimmer there. This is spirals, pearl, white. So like I said, the vice versa of spirals, pearl, black is spirals, pearl, white. So it's this pretty white background with the same silvery spirals on here. Really cool. Love it. Next up, stained glass pearl black. And these are, I think I've said this, but these are from Andover. Beautiful fabrics, nice quality, and like I said, I can't stop. I have to, what's another word for cool?
Sweet.
Sweet. They are sweet. So this is called stained glass black, and so awesome. I love this one. I love that it's not directional. This would be great in almost anything, and it has that obviously the same black and the same silver as the spirals pearl. All right, and then the vice versa for stained glass black is stained glass pearl white. So you can see, I know you can see that it's got a texture. Rest assured, it's the exact same image as you see here on the black. And oh, so cool. Next up, this is called Hatched Lines Pearl Black. Hatched line, oh, sorry, GP. Hatched Lines Pearl Black. So again, love it, love. Not directional, very cool. Has a little bit lighter appearance than, because it's just got more silver in here. Oh, so beautiful. Then we've got the white version of that, Hatched Lines Pearl White. So you're seeing a trend here, black, white, black, white, black, white. And I have 2 more to show you. And then the sixth fabric is Daisies Pearl Black. Look at the daisies. How cute are these? So, this whole collection gives you that kind of fun and funky vibe, and the daisies just gives you that cute vibe. So it really appeals to everyone. And then, of course, Daisies Pearl White. 8 black and white. Even if you love black and white and you put these in your collection, $7.99 a yard. This is such a deal, and they are so pretty. So I want to show you my project. So I decided that this would be an awesome collection for an Inga. So let me just hold it. Let me just lay it out flat. I'm going to move it over. So obviously, this is just 9 blocks of Inga. It is not quilted, of course, but look at how cool these black and whites look together. And we're putting a bigger picture of this on the blog. I love this. Love it. What do you think, GP?
Yeah, I really like it.
Is it sweet? It's sweet. So let me tell you a few things about Inga. Inga is a great, actually very simple pattern to make and a great opportunity to practice your 1/4-inch seam allowance. So because at the end of the block, you can square these up. If you find that it's oversized or undersized, you can square these to a size. But the plan and the pattern for Inga is for once your piecing is all done, for your block to be 10 inches. So that was my challenge to myself in doing that. I also did a little fancy pressing here because I didn't want to have to press into these accent strips, these seams. So I pressed away from the seams on all of my seams, and then I just did a little twisted seam, there, and you can see that in the black and white squares right there. So it's going to lay really flat. It will long arm really well, and I need to get busy and make some more Inga blocks. Cool. I texted Gudrun and asked her what the inspiration was for Inga, and I'm sure she texted me back, but guess what? Don't have my phone. So when she tells us, we'll post that as well. So I have a notion. My notion today is this particular spool of Aurifil. You know that Aurifil is our favorite thread at GE. It's certainly my favorite. I've been using it for probably 20 years. Many of you using it longer. This color is 2600, and why I love this is it is the perfect shade for blacks and whites or lots of different colors. If I had used a dark against the white, it would have really shown up. A white against the dark, that really would have shown up. And since I have both in here, I need to find a shade that's going to really sort of back into the background and not show up so much in my seams. And a gray is a perfect choice. It's tempting to want to find a thread that matches a color in our fabric. That's what we did for 100 years, right, in garment making. In quilting, you want a very neutral thread that will go into the background. So this is the Aurifil 2600. This big spool is, and I want to tell you, 1,300 meters, which is 1,421 yards. So this will last you a long time. Obviously great on the top, great in the bobbin. Very little dust in Aurifil, and it's fine because they use long threads, long fibers. Okay, and then my number one favorite thing about Aurifil, in addition to all of that, is when you get your Aurifil spool, twist off the bottom, and that's where you'll find the beginning of your spool, right there. Then, when you're finished sewing, wrap that back up, wrap it around the bobbin, wrap it around the bobbin, oh my goodness, bottom a few times, and put that on, and now this won't unravel in your sewing drawer or your spool rack or whatever you use. So 2 tricks for Aurifil, and like I said, this is what I used for my Inga, and it's just an awesome color, Aurifil 2600. So that's my notion for today. So since it's Valentine's Day, I thought I might pose the question, how is Valentine's Day celebrated around the world? And I found some interesting facts. Of course, many of the Valentine's traditions are based in certain religious traditions, and then the greeting card companies kind of took over, and it became really a holiday for all kinds of reasons. recognizing Valentine's Day may be as old as the 4th century AD. People have been doing this for 4 centuries. Like I said, anchored in many religious traditions. Traditionally, on Valentine's Day, you want to show, the tradition is to show your love for another person, not necessarily in cards and gifts and flowers, but in acts of kindness and demonstrations of your caring for that person. So all of the people in your life that you love, this is a great opportunity to let them know. My most amazing fact that I found about Valentine's Day is around the world last year, 58 million pounds of chocolate was purchased. That's just an amazing statistic, and frankly, I hope I get some chocolate today, but 58 million pounds, that's crazy.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. So that's my my question today. So let's look at the fabrics one more time. Let's look at my Inga and the tools that I use that came in so handy. All right, the first fabric here, of course, is Daisies Pearl White, and I hope you can see some of the daisies here. They are so cute. I know you can see them better on the black because you get that contrast. Together, they're pretty spectacular. And then, of course, hatched lines in the white and then hatched lines in the black. These are the perfect pair, the vice versa again. And then stained glass in the white and then the black, the vice versa of those two, and the same stained glass lines that are in black are here in white. And then finally, the one that we started out with, that's spirals, pearl white, and spirals black. And I really have enjoyed all of them. They're from Andover, they're beautiful fabrics. They are going to be great in any quilt or project that you'd like to use. And then here's my Inga, and I can't wait to get back to my sewing machine and continue working on Inga. I love this black and white, and what a fun opportunity to work on a skill or a technique and end up with a fabulous looking block. Of course, when I'm doing something that really requires me to have a perfectly accurate seam allowance, I get out my perfect piecing seam guide, and here it is. This is the Perkins Perfect Piecing Seam Guide, and I use this, frankly, every single day. It keeps me in the discipline of having that perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance. My notion for today is Aurifil Dove 2600, and you can see that it really just is just a nice silver gray and goes into the background. You'd be hard pressed to see it in my seams because it does just really disappear. Inga is in the book Stripology Mixology 3, and I didn't mark the page, 42. And you have seen, if you've been watching, that's Ingrid, sorry. If you've been watching pictures from the cruise, one of the quilts made on the cruise has been Inga, and so there's been at least 80 new Ingas posted on Gudrun's Quilt Crew on Facebook, so check that out. Finally, the quilt behind GP is Kira, and Kira is a single pattern, and you can cut any of your 10-inch squares from all of your fabric and make something really beautiful out of Inga. And how cool is that? So that's our show today, our Valentine's show. Grab yourself some chocolate, grab someone you care about, and tell them how much you love them and care, and that'll make for a great day. Also, grab your Stripology ruler, grab some of this beautiful fabric, and make yourself something wonderful today. We'd love that. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Mr. GP, and we'll see you next time.